The Ash, Lutzi and Susie O'Neill podcast.
Hey-o.
Hey, Suze, you were saying on the show today
Yes.
a problem with a potential neighbour with the phantom pooer with
Yes.
someone that leads their dog around. I had my first potential disagreement with a neighbour, which I've never had before.
You? There's no way you would disagree with your neighbour, would you?
Well, it turns out, yeah, nothing yet. It was just sort of where we're both acting very nice about things.
Bins?
No,
Car parking?
no,
Noise?
no. Closer.
Noise. Kids
'Cause
kicking footballs into their yard?
No, very close. The problem is
Breaking their windows?
No, the kids are because we're in what is a cul-de-sac, but the kids go up to the other end to the cul-de-sac
Your kids?
area. Yep, to kick a footy around. We're getting some work done in the house, so the backyard is it's done. They can't play out there.
You're getting a pool put in.
We are
Are
indeed.
you?
Yeah. So we've got a
well
giant.
done.
You should remember that, Suze. A couple of weeks ago, you kind of half agreed that you would actually come and officially open that pool. We were down at the Adelaide, the Origin
That's
trip,
right.
and one of our listeners, our winners down there, said, Sue should come along and open. We'll name it the Susie O'Neill
That's
pool,
right.
and you can come and officially open
can
it.
do that
So
for you.
I've already told my kids; they're very excited about it. So
Okay, yeah. Just pencil me in.
yeah, it'll be a nice 40-minute
for
trip
you?
out to my place, and
I'll definitely
then
do
back.
that,
Yeah,
honestly.
after the show, yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Definitely,
do an
yeah.
OB from my house, maybe. And then it's only one
That's a good
trip.
idea.
You don't have to overcommit. So they're
Take the bell out.
Yeah.
Ring
How
the
heavy
bell.
is it?
they're
But yeah,
forced to play footy out in the cul-de-sac, and
Old school, love it.
yeah, and then we had my in-laws up a couple of weeks ago, and the father-in-law's out there looking after him. I've ducked inside, and then they've come and said, so when the neighbour come in and this woman come out and said, you can't kick it out here, and he
You're
said,
kidding.
she said,
What, from the street?
yeah, she said,
dumb bitch.
and Kev, old Kev, he said,
time is
that we're fine. It's illegal to, and I said, Kev, it's not illegal. Like, he's from Victoria. I said, I don't know what it is down there. I'm sure
He's telling you it's illegal
no,
to what?
That the neighbour told my father-in-law it's actually illegal for kids to play in the street.
Oh, God.
And I said, well, it's not. And I said to the boys, don't worry about it. It's not. Just maybe don't go. If the ball went into her, it hasn't hit her garage. It hasn't hit a window or anything. They said, no, it hasn't. It hasn't done it. She just came out and said, don't want you playing out here.
That makes me so angry.
It did, and I'm like, I don't want to have to. I'm getting second and third hand information. Look, just don't go down there and don't worry about it. And apparently there was another moment, but kids told
I'm
me
getting fired up.
Yeah.
listening
Yeah, I
to
mean-
this.
And then we got home a couple of weeks ago, Sunday afternoon. We'd been out all day, and kids wanted to run out there, and we're trying to make up, get dinner ready and all this other stuff. James comes in again, my oldest boy, who's 11. He said, the lady just came out again and said she's about to call the cops. And I said, right. And so I
Oh, come on.
put my jacket on, go outside, and have to walk. I'm like, this is it. I'll have to go and be one of these stupid people on a current affair where they have a blow up with their neighbour over something so stupid and mundane. And I go up there, and it's like just about. It's deep dusk, and it's just about to go dark. She hasn't got the front porch light on, but she's got a light on. So when I knock and she opens the door, and I think she expected someone to come up because of what had happened. So she came out, looked just the sort of stance, but she's backlit, so I can't even see her face. And so I'm just talking to this black sort of shadow, and I sort of went, I said, look,
It's so funny if you thought it was a woman and it wasn't.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. Ma'am, we need to talk. My
What do you
name is
mean?
Duncan. Daryl Duncan.
sorry, Darren, I'm sorry about that, buddy.
Did you feel nervous going to do that?
Oh, yeah, it was like, how do I... If
I
I
would
go
be
in there
nervous to do
angry,
that.
then I'm just going to get her at a work. So if I go in there and go, hey, look, I'm about to tear my kids a new asshole over there. So I just want to make sure when I go up there and just absolutely rip them in half, I want to make sure I'm getting them in trouble for the right reasons. Because they said they're in trouble. I just want to make sure what it is.
And then
what
he
it-
started.
Well, I thought then I'm going to get her honesty. If I
like
basically
it.
go
Okay.
in there and I'm on her side, and these kids are
You're
little,
playing good cop,
I
bad
love
cop.
it.
Kinda.
You're
You'd be
saying
good at that.
you've gone her side over your children.
Well, without necessarily throwing them
Just
under the
tricking
bus
her.
yet, it was like I'm not in their camp. I'm trying to be
Neutral.
Switzerland here. And then she comes. Well, it's it's legal. I said they said that you said it's illegal, and she's well, it is. I'm like, I mean, it's actually not though. She's well, it is. I said how did you find this? And it's if you Google it. I said I actually did. When you told the kids the other week, I said I Googled it. The top 6 results:
Well, you
Queensland,
done that, sweetheart.
Queensland Police, Queensland Government, all these top things. They said that it's They worry about the kids falling over on bitumen. They talk about the dangers of potentially
come on.
falling off a bike. But
Nothing about it being actually illegal.
I'm so
though, baby
sorry
cakes.
about that. She has.
What a dumb
It is.
bitch.
It
Dumb
is
bitch,
difficult to find. I'm like, it sounds like it. She says, even so, the police do discourage it. I'm like, but it's illegal. She's, well, even if it wasn't. I said, hang on a second, but you said it's illegal though. She's,
Let's back up, bitch.
but even if it wasn't illegal, I said, no, but you said it is. No one discourages
Back up, bitch.
thieving from a convenience store because that is illegal. That's clearly discouraged. If it's illegal, it's a different, well, you know, she's just sort of like,
They were burning your house down. That
They
would
may.
be, there's no doubt about it. Well, that's
and she's
illegal.
She's doing that annoying like, well, and I'm like, oh, and I'm just again this shadow that's just condescendingly sort of mocking everything, and she's talking about James like
Is she
really
straight
sort of,
across the road from you?
no, she's sort of like down, you know,
The end of the
yeah,
cul-de-sac.
down the end, about 6 houses down, sort of thing.
What the hell?
And the kids had already said, look, we're only out here because, you know, the backyard, we can't go. She says, well, maybe your parents should have bought you a bigger backyard. I said, did you say that? Well, I was only, I mean, yes, I did, but I was only joking. I said, so you're going to call the police? So she's, well,
Or
I mean.
did she say that to the kids?
Yeah.
Your parents should have bought you a bigger
Should have bought us a
Can you
bigger
believe
backyard. and she
the
said,
hell?
and then she's like, and he was really quite, he was really quite, I couldn't believe it actually. I mean, obviously he's a bit of a handful. So I'm like,
Oh,
hang on,
that's what she said.
I'll stop you there. Sorry, I was just here to have a conversation, but no, if you're okay, and I'm like, do I walk away now? No, I'll just sort of.
You unload at
No,
this point.
and then by the end of it, I said,
Both
I could
barrels.
probably get a brochure for you on why it's illegal. I said, please do that.
Yeah.
Please. I said,
I'd love to see that
see
brochure.
it.
I'm at number 6. My name's Mitchell Lewis.
I'm doing a trauma dump night tonight. So I'm
Shitty
out
neighbours.
tomorrow.
Trauma dump
I'd
slide.
love to come over and watch a slide on why it's illegal. My kids playing in your backyard.
And they're all going to shit in your lawn too.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
you've got to
bizarre.
get your dog shitting on her lawn. See how you can get it started now, eh?
Yeah. I'll start off with my
James just shitting on me. I'm not
Just,
sure
well,
that's
I've still
illegal.
got
She said that.
I've still got a kid that wears nappies. I've got 3-year-old Sophie.
There
I can
you
just,
go.
you know.
How can she possibly think it's a bad thing for kids to be playing?
And I said, well, so it's dangerous. Them being on a bike's just as dangerous. She said, well, not really. And I'm like, no, I think it would be if you got hit by a car. She says,
More dangerous.
oh, well, if you're on a bike, you're going in the one direction. I'm like, what are we talking, mate? Oh.
Jeez.
And I'm like, sorry, well, what is your name?
is she
And
talking
again,
about?
the haircut that I could see in the silhouette, the let me speak to the manager, and I'm like, if you say your name is Karen, I might just. And so now, like, my 6-year-old walks through, he's like, we can't go on the street, can we, Dad? Because of the Karen. I'm like, mate, we say that in the house. We don't say that outside. Please never say that to her again. We just don't go near her.
Man, when kids start repeating your borderline gear that you only share with the kids. I had one of them once.
Daddy, is this the dumb bitch? Hey, whoa.
Hey,
Okay.
hey, where did you
Hey, whoa.
Your mother.
Jeez, he's a real handful, this kid, isn't he? Oh.
What was her name? Oh, wait.
I don't know, yeah.
And are they going to keep playing there?
Oh, they have been. She said, I'd like them to play at the other end of the street. And I said, is it not illegal around there?
No. They love Mrs. Sanderson. Loves it. It's not illegal out the
But
front of Mrs.
it's
Sanderson.
not a cul-de-sac at the other end, isn't it? Like a main
Oh,
road?
we're in like this weird U shape sort of. So there's like two ends of a cul-de-sac.
She
Yeah.
likes
So
bikes. I just get a BMX ramp. Yeah. Right outside the house.
And you could technically do that too.
That's
Because
pretty
they don't own that bit of land.
no, that's the thing. Yeah.
Street, they can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
She's
I
just-
got my friend takes their dog for a walk each day.
Does she wear pyjamas?
The Ash, Lutzi, and Susie O'Neill podcast.